Then everything is in place. It is time.
Is there nothing I might do to aid you, brother?
If there were, I would tell you. And the consortium, Thalos?
Oh, I expect we shan't have any trouble from them. I have promised them a considerable sum to stay out of our way.
Good. Now it is just a waiting game. I wonder how long the Hyzantians will last.
Okay, so he is going for just complete Three Kingdoms domination. Okay. Let's have it then.
Please, I'd only like to glimpse the goddess's sacred grounds for myself. It won't take but a moment.
That may be, but outsiders are not permitted into the source for such frivolities.
You know, Nova, I just read what you posted differently. So I thought you were saying House Wolffort means nothing if it cannot protect its subjects, and that includes refugees. I thought you were making a devil's advocate point of, like, if you don't have the power to protect your subjects, then, you know, there's no point in us being there's no point in us making a, you know, an honorable stand for the downtrodden. Which is also true. If we, you know, if we turn down all forms of aid to just push through and eventually get overrun because we wouldn't compromise, guess what? Those Roselle are going back to the source when we're gone anyway. And the people get overrun over as Frosty rule anyway, and all of that just happens. So, I mean, that's true too, but this is a compromise we'll not be making.
And you are Rosellan. You ought to understand the teachings better than anyone.
Frederica.
Serenoa, forgive my impulsive behavior.
There's nothing to forgive. I too wish to learn more of the Roselle and Hyzant. Not knowing would make my decision easier, but still I feel I must.
Serenoa? From House Wolffort?
The very same. Lord Serenoa Wolffort. The one who will assume control of the salt trade in short order, as House End once did. To that end, we are here today for a preliminary inspection of the grounds.
So the rumors were true.
Well, are you refusing the newest addition to the Saintly Seven entry into the source?
Roland, cool it.
Of course not. Please, right this way.
Like, Roland leaning on that power lever a little too hard. Jesus Christ. It's a goddamn hellscape. I'm sorry.
All right, you Rosellan wretches. Time for worship. Minister Edor of the Saintly Seven himself will be giving the sermon today. You should be thankful. Heed his word, and your sins shall be cleansed. Roselle, do you know why you are imprisoned at the source, condemned to toil? It is because your ancestors committed the most heinous of sins. Long, long ago, they schemed to seize control of the salt that the goddess bequeathed to the people of Norzelia. They seized the source for themselves, wresting every last grain of salt from other peoples, desperate for the resource. Using the salt they hoarded as a shield, they terrorized the land, destroying any who stood against them in their thirst for domination. Fanned by their greed, the flames of war long ravaged our land. Countless innocents lost their lives. What a terrible, arrogant people. Their cursed souls dwell within you, their progeny, to this very day. Indeed, the proof is in the very color of your hair. The same red as the blood that flowed from their countless victims.
Our people sinned against the goddess. We are a detestable blight upon Norzelia.
Oh, goddess of salt, please, forgive us our sins. Forgive us.
Do not despair, for the goddess of salt is ever merciful and kind.
Yeah, that's why there's a dead
She
body
grants
over there
even
that
the
no one's
worst
cleaned
of
up in like
sinners,
3 weeks.
even you, a chance to atone. That atonement will only come through hard work here at the source.
Oh my god.
By quenching this earth with your sweat, by giving your lives to this labor, your cursed souls will be cleansed and welcomed back to the goddess's side. Only then, when your sins have been washed away, can you hope to be reborn into a pure body and once again walk upon Norzelia. People of the Roselle, surrender your lives to the source and give your thanks to the great goddess.
O goddess of salt, for you I give myself, stained with sin as I am, to the source. Thank you for granting us the chance to atone.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is enough. Now take that gratitude and turn it toward your work.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
This is atonement? And the Roselle accept it as a fitting punishment? Even if that story Idor told is true, no sin warrants this kind of cruel retribution. Hyzant maintains control over Salt now. Are they then not guilty of the same crime?
They are!
You are right. But this is as the goddess of salt commands, is it not?
Serenoa, shut the fuck up. Now could not be less the time for devil's advocacy bullshit. Oh yes, time to see for myself. Yeah, I've seen enough. The decision is made. Knives out right now. Don't even wait. Dude is right. All right, he's gone actually, but like, they seem to have cleaned up the body. Okay. How are we even still considering this? Okay. Just, yep, okay. I understand they get to replace Minister Sorceley as Overseer. So we lumber on, a beast without a head, no one to issue orders should a crisis arise. It's hardly surprising he was one of the Saintly Seven, they'll not replace him so hastily. Rumors swirl they might call upon the Wolffort boy who's standing behind me. I don't care if they pick my own mother so long as the position is filled. Huh. There's an argument to be made that by playing ball and accepting the position, I could then use that power to improve the conditions here. However, I'll lack the power to completely overturn the religious convictions that they have. Like, this is some deeply ingrained shit. This is not going to be fixed with, like, this is not going to be fixed with a couple of decrees from a middle management position. Like, you can't reform this. Like, this is beyond reformation. You'd only follow the goddess' teaching in order to be absolved. This is the only work I've ever known. It's all I'm fit for now. Many years ago, some of us tried to flee this place. No, none would dare dream of doing that now. Hold on. Register of the Roselle. Numbers. They're numbered. Quota met. Failed to meet quota, given 3 lashes as a warning. Failed to even come close to meeting quota, given 5 lashes as a warning. Failed to meet quota for the 3rd day in a row, given 10 lashes as punishment, rations and water reduced by 1/3. Failed to meet quota 10 days in a row, poor physical condition, fever shows no sign of breaking, suspending rations. Deceased, replaced by 9-year-old boy, failed to meet quota, given... You can't reform this. You can't reform this. This... Boy! Yeah, we gotta burn this down. We gotta burn this down. I don't care if Estfrost does it themselves. I don't care if we do it. I don't care. This has to burn. They force young and old to toil in deplorable conditions and have the audacity to call it atonement. They don't even tend to those who collapse from exhaustion. No! I mean, they actually do worse. Treat my people worse than criminals. Breaks my heart to behold such cruelty. I can scarcely imagine what it must be like to suffer through this. They do not think the Roselle human. That is the only way a nation arrives at such cruelty. Yes, this is the grisly secret beneath their claims that all are equal before the goddess. The lie upon which the holy state is built. It is a powerful state at that. Much as I agree, we cannot oppose them so easily. Yes, Lord Serenoa of House Wolffort. I'm sorry you had to lay eyes on the tainted ones. It's okay, I see my wife all the time. This is where the Roselle pay their penance. Yeah, cool. Like, so, in this agreement where I'm supposed to turn over all the Roselle, like, do they intend for me to turn my own betrothed over? Treatment of the Roselle here is utterly inhumane. That is an insult to actual just run-of-the-mill inhumane treatment. How can the holy state allow a man in his condition to continue working? The tainted Roselle are fated to live out their days working in the source in the hope they may one day atone for their sins. They are nothing like the rest of us by the very nature of their birth. They are impure and lack integrity. I mean, if we open it up to, do you have the purity they lack? He'll be like, of course I do. Fuck you. Forgive my lack of decorum, but only an unbeliever would dare utter something so stupid. And of all the unbelievers, it's you, the Lord of House Wolffort, loudly proclaiming we are born equal from the seat that is his birthright. Then I trust you'll have no trouble explaining why the Holy One seems poised to offer this unbeliever a seat among the Saintly Seven. None can truly know the God's mysterious ways. This is a goddamn atrocity. Okay, I've seen more than enough. Christ. We should leave. And we should take everyone with us.
This is more awful than I imagined.
Will you still send any Roselle in the Wolffort domain here?
No. I was never going to, but I'm especially not going
Force
to
him
now.
into a life like this.
It isn't right. It isn't just. I don't care that it would ensure our own safety.
Indeed, it would be unforgivable. What is just is constantly in flux depending on the circumstances. That said, protecting people is always the right thing to do. Wouldn't you agree, Serenoa?
I do!
I feel the same as you both, but...
My apologies. I didn't mean to place all the blame on you. Still, we continue stumbling on the path before us.
We're gonna pull out the scales. We're gonna pull out the scales.
Serenoa and his retinue.
And I'm gonna
return
side-eye
to their
anyone
domain,
who goes the
their
other
every
way.
Step weighed down by the heavy task Hyzant has placed upon them. Elsewhere, the newly restored kingdom of Glenbrook begins to take action under Queen Cordelia's leadership. The kingdom issues a joint proclamation with Esfrost against Hyzant, halting all trade and severing diplomatic ties with the Holy State.
I can get on board with that. I can get on board with that. Esfrost literally rolled in and took over my kingdom and killed all of my characters' families, and I'm ready to align with them to fight this shit.
Esfrost and Glenbrook signed an agreement denouncing Hyzant.
Word only just arrived, and it is no mere rumor. They've issued a formal proclamation.
Preposterous! Gustadolf must have forced Cordelia's hand. This is sure to make Hyzant cease salt shipments to the consortium. All this denouncement will do is hamstring Esfrost and Glenbrook both.
My brother, Gustadolf does not fight battles he cannot win. I'm certain this is part of some greater ploy.
I feel all of Norzelia stands on the precipice. But of what, I cannot say.
So, we haven't talked about the mine in like 8 chapters or so. But remember when they broke down that wall and Dragan was like, holy shit, what? Yo! This is huge! And then they never showed us what it was. Why would Esfrost, why would Gustadolf make a move against Hyzant knowing that it would hamstring their supply of salt? Unless they had a secondary source of salt.
Each nation is making its move. We too must take action to secure our position before it's too late.
By which you mean expelling the Roselle?
To protect the Wolffort domain and its people. No one would dare hold such actions against you.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Yes,
Lord
they absolutely
Serenoa,
would.
you
The
must make a
Roselle might.
decision.
I saw what it is truly like at the source. The Rosellan are forced into back-breaking labor. No decent man would condemn another to such a fate.
It's not just that the Roselle are forced into back-breaking labor. It's that they are forced into back-breaking labor and then told that they deserve it and to thank them for it.
But if we refuse the Hierophant, we will face the same dire consequences as House End. Should that happen, the Roselle would still be lost.
It
would they
really
not?
is.
Then you think it is right to sacrifice the Roselle to save Wolffort?
No one is saying it is right. but a decision must be made. We must prioritize our own survival. That much should be clear. And survive we shall, if we can secure Hyzant's aid. Unless you know of another way?
Serenoa, I beseech you, not as one with Roselle blood in her veins, but as a person, as a Wolffort. You cannot give up the Roselle to Hyzant.
I appreciate each of your arguments, but we cannot debate this forever. It is time to decide. Once more to the scales of conviction.
I think it's worth noting that the people who actually went to the source and saw the conditions are like, oh, abso-fucking-lutely not. And then Benedict is over here like, but maybe, well. Gila! Girl! Yeah, mine too. Yeah, we're not doing that. What's your deal? Roselle and that village are those who fled Hyzant and their descendants. The Holy State asks for their people to be returned. We have little room to argue, and if we refuse, we'll be branded as heretics. Guess what? I will wear that as a badge of honor. Bending the knee would earn you the title of saint. I think it is in our best interest to obey for now. Is there any... No, there's no reason to leave, so we've already got what we need.
What do you need?
The Roselle are to be protected. If we accept the goddess's teaching, there is a chance we put even Frederica in danger. I don't think she'll be receptive to this. I think she'll be receptive to this.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. It hurts me to know you care for her so. Must admit, I worried about that myself, but the Hierophant is trying to bring House Wolffort to their side. I doubt they would treat your betrothed so callously.
I require some time to think.
We focus on what we stand to gain or the weight of what we might lose. The answer is not a simple one. Roselle are people of the Wolffort domain, but if we defy the Hierophant, we'll face the same fate as House End. Protect!
And
perhaps we get the Holy State to promise not to attack the Rosellan village as my father once did. Holy State needs our power if they were to fight the Duchy. We can use that to our advantage in negotiations. This is our first bargain with the Hierophant and might play to our advantage to deny the request this much. I forgot she was Hyzantian, actually.
truly?
I must admit, I was also caught off guard by the Archduke's decree. It could be a harbinger of war indeed. If we were on the brink of battle, the strength and expertise of House Wolffort would prove invaluable to the Holy State. May be able to leverage that to gain some sort of concession from them regarding the Roselle.
I don't know what to do.
Personally, I agree with you. I don't want to surrender the Roselle, but are there any other reasons you want to protect them? I'd hate to be the reason that people's faith in our house is shaken, especially after all my father has done to build up its repute. These are Frederica's people. I cannot simply look the other way. I must defend my people. Even against the Hierophant, call it a Lord's pride. As a member of the King's Guard, I cannot. I knew she would be about this. I knew she would be about an appeal to like honor and duty. This is both my pride and conviction, and I would like to see them through until the end.
I don't know what to do.
The more I think about this, the more my heart aches. All right, we're in.
We must decide.
If we defy the Holy One, everything we have done until this very moment will have been for naught. House Wolffort needs Hyzant's support if it is to survive. It pains me to say it. The situation leaves us no choice. Alright, but I thought you might be opposed. I should like to hear your thoughts if you were open to sharing them. Roselle are citizens of Wolffort, and there is no future for a house that abandoned its people. Oh, that's... I don't really want to ask for that, but it is true. They might join up. I wouldn't want to, like, conscript them, though. But raising it as a possibility is something Benedict might at least consider. There are indeed some among them who have been trained to protect the village.
Perhaps.
But they are not many. We'll need far greater numbers if we are to defend ourselves. It appears our views are at an impasse. Allow me to ask one more thing. The political climate took an unexpected turn once Esfrost cut ties with Hyzant.
Certainly not.
How do you believe House Wolffort should conduct itself going forward? Could we not use continued trade with the Wolffort domain as a means to negotiate the Roselle's safety? I don't think I don't think we're enough of an economic power for trade to be that important to them. What is important to them is fight. You use our might as a bargaining chip to secure the Roselle's safety.
However,
I must remind you that in Hyzant, the goddess is absolute, as is the word of the Hierophant. We cannot be certain if this matter is even up for debate.
I am decided.
Yeah. You know what, though? In any case, tensions between the two nations are rising and fast. We must be prudent in our actions. I have seen them justify some bullshit that goes against their so-called teachings 100 times already. And then the ministers are just like, well, the goddess forgives a lot when the ends justify the means or whatever. Like, they make exceptions for their bullshit all the time. Anna, come on. I understand.
Lord Serenoa.
I understand why you're over here, but come on. If we refuse to relinquish for the Roselle, we will meet the same fate as House End. Our first priority must be our own survival. Okay, they keep saying we'll meet the same fate as House End. House End met the fate that it met because it was already under the purview of the Hyzantian Empire or Kingdom. I don't know what their area is called. Of Hyzant, the Holy State. The Holy State. Like, he answered to them already. We're independent. And like, yeah, they're thinking about bringing us in and giving us a position of power. But, like, we're not subject to their laws. Unless they feel like coming after us for turning down their offer, which now that they have Esfrost on their doorstep, they probably are not interested in doing. Believe me, I must protect the Roselle. Why? Even if I was named a saint, we are still unbelievers. As such, I doubt they would grant me much power. Hyzant can no longer trade with Esfrost and Glenbrook. As their only remaining partner, we have grounds for negotiation. People would never forgive us for doing something so heartless. Without their support, we would be easy prey to the Holy State. I like this one.
Even so...
We need Hyzant's support, even if only in name. That would undoubtedly be a powerful deterrent against the Duchy. If we refuse, we will be on our own. We would have no chance at surviving against the other nations.
So.
Do you harbor any doubts about the Holy State? The Holy State acts in accordance to the Hierophant's wishes. I fear giving in to one request would only be the beginning of many more. It's not the Holy State, but the Hierophant that I fear. Their orders are cold and callous, as if they have no heart. They wish to have the Roselle back so badly that they would use us to that end. I cannot help but wonder why. You know... there's something to that. It's easy enough to just... It's easy enough to just make the argument that, like, oh, well, you know, the Hyzant Bible says that the Roselle have to be here, so they have to be here. Like, is it really just as simple as them wanting more free labor? Hi, Del. How's it going? Hello. I can't help but wonder if there's something else going on. Because, like, here's the thing. The true believers in the state are all like, oh, yeah, the Roselle have to be there because the Roselle are supposed to be here. That's what the teachings say, so that's how it's got to be. But we all know that the people in power, the people who are actually in the positions of power in a religion, will skirt those teachings for more power, or for their own ends. We've seen it multiple times in this game and in reality. So is there something else that they stand to gain that makes them so desperately want these people back? Almost like they're a threat to them. I'm going with this.
Yes.
I'm doing good, Del. We are dealing with some, we are dealing with some ethno-state atrocities. Because if your Roselle are free, it will make people go, hey, wait, why do all these Roselle have to work in the mines? I mean, yes, but my understanding is it's been this way for like several years and no one cares. Except Hyzant. I feel like it's gotta be something more significant than we had more free labor and we want the free labor back. Might be a matter of pride for the Hierophant. The Roselle escaped 30 years ago. It should matter little to them now. Yet they would make me a saint in exchange for their return. How could those two acts possibly be equal in their eyes? I do not know, but if they say they are the goddess's teaching, they must be accepted as such.
I must hear what the others think.
I understand your concerns. I have my own doubts, truth be told. She doesn't care. Alright, well, we got enough. But I want you to know... I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Anna. Whoever votes to turn over the Roselle is getting benched in the next battle. I said what I said.
It is time to cast our votes. We face a difficult decision.
It's not difficult.
Do we surrender the Roselle living in our domain to Hyzant?
No.
Or do we defy their orders?
We don't take orders from them.
Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
On this, I cannot be swayed.
Benedict, you're on the bench.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Gila, you're in.
I cannot agree to this.
Benched!
I have faith in you.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
All right. Silverhair's on the bench this time. Not you, Eridor. You're still good. Benedict has earned side-eye from me for the rest of the game.
The way forward is decided.
Damn. So there are some choices that I picked where I was like, this probably isn't the best appeal to this character, but it's the one that I'm the most interested in, and I want to hear how that conversation goes. And I was pretty sure I'd swayed Huette, so I was good.
The Roselle are our people. We must shelter them, even if it earns us Hyzant's ire.
Strengthened.
I suspected it would come to this. We have chosen our path, and now we must see it through. We will refuse to hand over the Roselle to Hyzant.
I am curious though, Gamria. Gamria? Is that correct? I've gotten all 7 votes a couple times. Is there any particular benefit to it? Or is it just for bragging rights?
Serenoa and company move to protect the Rosellan settlement. Noble as it may be, such an act of defiance toward Hyzant risks inviting the destruction of House Wolffort itself.
I don't care. Alright, I care a little bit.
Hyzant will no doubt wish to ask questions of us. We can draw out the negotiations and buy some time.
Time enough to find a way to break them.
We have to inform the Roselle of the situation here.
I'll send an envoy and have them sheltered in Castle Wolffort.
Lord Serenoa, come at once. An army marches on the Rosellan village.
You can't be serious.
Already?
Whose banner do they fly?
We know not.
And it matters not. We ride to their aid. Prepare for battle.
Like, they weren't even gonna wait? Is that?
Why? Why attack our village?
Hierophant's orders were to return you to Hyzant.
This is the bullshit they got into Telior's ear about. They didn't trust us to do it, So they're doing it this way.
Over my dead body!
He probably doesn't have any issues with that. Oh boy. Roselle Village is under attack, forcing Serenoa to turn his blade against former compatriots. What, Telior again? Fuck them.
Did Silvio accept our offer?
Indeed he did. One glimpse of the reward set him on his way to the Wolffort domain.
Yeah, Telior again. I don't give a shit. They can
in order.
They can go.
Care to wager how House Wolffort will respond?
Why bother? If they comply, we make use of them. If they resist, we crush them. Either way, we endure.
How ruthless of you.
This situation's not great. Let's find out how it resolves on Thursday.